Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Luigi's Mansion. In the last episode, we defeated Bogmire and got done with Area 2, and in this episode, we're going to go ahead and get started with Area 3, but before we do that actually, there is one thing we need to take care of. We got to do some, a little bit of agriculture over in the boneyard. So if you remember that, that actually started watering this, this one plant that was in there, and so it actually started growing. Well, we're going to go ahead and check on that, and we're going to see if we can water some more. So we just head back over there. Because, yeah, I'm actually making a point to, you know, just to make sure to... Oh, yeah, and before doing so, you want to make sure to get the water spectre with you, so that way you can use watermelon. Oh, look at that! Wait, did I say watermelon? I meant water element. Okay, I was talking so fast, it almost sounded like I said watermelon. It almost kind of looks like it, though, so... Alright, so, yeah, so you see that this thing actually grew a little taller to where, you know, got some little bud where the flowers, so... I just watered some more, then it's going to take it in full bloom, but... I don't think it's going to be done yet, though, because we're going to have to go back over there anyway and water it some more, and then it'll probably give us a nice little reward for it, too. Alright, so we got this this key that's shaped like a clover. I was going to say spades in the last episode, but actually it's actually shaped like a clover. And so we're going to go ahead and head over to our next area and see what awaits us over there. Now, I do want to bring this up, though. If you probably remember in those last few episodes, the audio was kind of a little weird, or at least the game audio, where you can only hear from one speaker instead of the other one. I think it's because of my RCA cables that it wasn't really adjusted very well. I tried both of them, and so they someone was disabled, but I went ahead and readjusted them, and then that way there you can actually hear the audio from both sides. So, especially those of you who are watching this on your iPads and if you're listening to the earphones and it's very noticeable where you can only hear the game audio on one end but then just hear my commentary at the other end, or at least both sides, then yeah, I do want to apologize for that. So we got these little guys here. This here is the, I guess it's the backyard, or the courtyard, probably? I mean, there's a lot of plants and all that. Now, these guys can probably hurt you as well, I mean, just for a little bit of damage, and they're also very annoying to deal with, so if you want to suck them up, you can. But they will appear endlessly, though, so I wouldn't really waste your time. So here's some other things you do with the watermelon. Look at that! I fucking said watermelon again. God damn it. Water element. So one thing you can actually do with the water element is that if you actually spray on those plants and you actually water them, then you'll get some nice rewards. Those plants are very grateful. So, you know, just do a little gardening right here, and then... Because, you know, because you're basically... Luigi's using his poltergeist as a hose, basically, to water some plants, so... Yeah, nice, you know, just like a... Ooh, an emerald! Oh, look at that. See, a nice little agriculture right there. So, yeah, by watering those plants, you know, they'll give some cash, some money, and, you know, I guess it's true they say that, you know, money does grow on trees. Am I right? And, yeah, there's more of these assholes of bomb ghosts. So, you know, once again, check every nook cranny. And we have Mario's letter. I wonder what it says. I wonder what it says. Yeah, I have to do this in Luigi's voice, because I got Mario's letter. Alright, so we're actually hearing some voices coming from. That sounds familiar. That sure sounds like Mario. Oh no, what are they doing to him? But before that, though, I'm just gonna, you know, just be a good brother and ignore him first. So just by, you know, checking around each area for some money. Yeah, Luigi's just check some money first before Mario. Man, that really does put Wario to shame, doesn't he? I think you thought Wario was actually bad enough. But yeah, my voice is getting a little worse again, so I'm getting the feeling my commentary is going to be shit. So, also, by the way, folks, yeah, there's a toad inside that outhouse. You want to make sure to knock on the side of the door, because if you actually knock on the door itself, you'll actually get hit and you will take damage. So, yeah, make sure you just knock on the side so that there you won't really get hit at all. Also, did I never mention that Luigi's nose has jiggle physics? Yeah, you just look closer there. So, yeah, just get rid of this guy. Actually, well, maybe I should just go ahead and suck up all the ghosts, and, you know, that way there. Well, no, Batsby doesn't do that first. Yeah, just go down the well first. So we hear some strange noises down the well, and the toad is actually freaking out because of the fact there's something going on in the bottom of the well. Oh, bottom of the well? Oh, well, is this where I get my lens of truth? Okay, not really, but... So, what is going on here? What do you have here? It's a strange room in the underground. Let's keep moving. Oh my god, it's Mario! That's where he's been. Get me out of here! Wow. Letting me know that it's actually the only instance where Mario actually does have dialogue. Well, outside of his voice lines and all that, though, and just from some of the things, though. But, yes, I mean, the only game where Mario actually has voice dialogue. Unless if I'm, well, as far as I remember, though, but... But yes, this is actually where Mario is, and so he's trapped in a painting, which, honestly, kind of seems harsher in hindsight in terms of Mario 64. Consider the fact that, you know, he jumps into paintings in different worlds. And also for the fact that that in that game, Princess Peach and the other Toads were apparently trapped within the paintings and walls of the castle by Bowser. So yeah, I guess the same thing kind of befell him too. So yeah, that's honestly kind of harsh. Would you say? You know, for a game that's supposed to take, well, technically does take place after Mario 64. So yeah, then yeah, that's actually our objective. So yeah, so now we find out that Mario actually has been trapped in the painting the whole time by King Boo, because, you know, they were saying that, you know, they trapped him in there, and so that's where he is. Now, one thing I do want to say though, if you actually listen very closely, it's going to be very faint though, but if you actually listen very closely, Mario will actually go and kind of call Luigi for taking so long. Like, you know, he goes like, "Hey Luigi, what's the holdup?" Yeah, like that there. And honestly though, I actually kind of find it funny at the same time though, because you know, for one thing, I mean, you know, first of all, it's going to take a bit of time before Luigi actually tries to get to Mario, because, you know, of all the because it's a big mansion and he has to find his way in there. Secondly, Mario does the same thing too. You know, Princess Peach would get kidnapped, and, you know, same with the other Toads that get held hostage by Bowser and the and his Koopas and all that. And so, you know, and Mario knows that. Yet he also takes his time as well, just by, you know, going through the levels. Well, I mean, he would just go through the levels and the castles and all that. But let's say in other 3D games, or at least in the RPG games, where, you know, he holds up. Well, you know, Princess Peach also does get held up. You know, with Mario getting the collectibles, or like power stars and all that, or shine sprites, and also in RPGs where, you know, he does, you know, where, you know, he actually helps out the NPCs and all that. So yeah, Mario does the same thing too. So yeah, you have no reason to talk though. But anyway, but yeah, that's you know, basically our main objective here is you know, just find Mario and all that. So. Anyway, so this here is the rec room, and we have this bodybuilder here. This here is Biff Atlas. Yeah, Biff Atlas. Yeah, here you look at Butthead. Yeah, what happens here is that, you know, he's just minding his own business, lifting up that barbell. What you have to do is that you actually have to punch on the punching bags here, and so that'll just knock him over. And I'm having a hard time though, because, you know, you actually press A for Luigi to hit the punching bags, but for some reason it doesn't do so. Instead, it just calls for Mario, and so I actually got hit there. And so, apparently, Biff Atlas will, like, he'll get pissed off, and so he'll try to chase after you by swinging his arms around for some reason. And so you have to repeat the process again, just by hitting him the punching bag a couple more times. And then after that, then he gets stunned, and so that's your chance to go ahead and suck him up. But if you actually, now even if you do fail this one, though, then you actually just hit him again just once, and then you'll get knocked over again. Because, you know, that's kind of what happened to me, is that I kind of fuck up a bit here too. But yeah, that's actually what you do. So that's all there is. Oh, look at all the dough and a diamond for me. Oh, I'm getting all the dough. That's definitely got to put the Wario to shame. I better not tell him at all whatsoever. All right, but anyways, oh, and we got a boo. Wow, I actually just, you know, first attempt here. So this is Beauregard. So yeah, just stuck over here. Yeah, one thing I gotta say though, you know, the only thing you gotta do is that as long as you have the Boo kind of in your vicinity within sucking him up, then the only thing you gotta move for is just, you know, just keep on moving around with the analog stick, and then that way there, just as long as you have the Boo within your vicinity of vacuuming him. All right, so it's actually one thing I do want to show off as a nice little shortcut. So if you actually have Luigi running the treadmill here, and then a key will pop out, and so that key is actually entirely optional though, but it's actually supposed to be for a shortcut. To get from the rec room over to another area of the second floor. So, you know, if you ever, just to, you know, mainly to cut off a lot of backtracking. And so there we go. So yeah, I figure I'd just go and get this out of the way, just to kind of show it off, and, you know, just use it as a little shortcut here and there. Yeah, I was trying to see, because I know there was another key, but I kind of lost it somewhere, unless I might have, well, I guess I might have used the key to well, I can't remember if I ever did, though, but I thought there was another key that I got from the bottom of the well, but I guess I couldn't find it because I was trying to see where the key is located over in the Game Boy Horror in the map. All right, so we have another door that's somehow on fire for some reason, but we're gonna go to the third floor. And yeah, it's Dark Arrow with me here too. I need to get some more hearts because I did take quite a bit of damage from Biff Atlas. And yeah, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of the those wolf mice that you see here, the ghost mice. So make sure to suck them up because they are everywhere, and they're very annoying to deal with. And yeah, more of these guys too. So now if we go over this way, then we have the another washroom. So we have the toilet, then yeah, okay. I don't know, maybe maybe this ghost died from shitting himself too much or something like that. I don't know, maybe. Or just hiding in the toilet. Just kind of making me think of that the hand from the toilet hand from Majora's Mask. And also it's kind of same thing with a Skyward Sword, but. Now this room here, and there's actually another where you can get one of the water specters right here. Now, you see this poster where it says monsters? It kind of looks like some kind of a boy band or something. You really want to be careful. In fact, don't suck up the poster there because what that does though is that you will take damage from that. But what it does though is that actually it changes over to another poster that has Boo, or I guess King Boo on the same, or maybe just a regular Boo. But you will actually take damage from that just by from sucking to that poster, so I wouldn't recommend doing that either. Alright, so this here is the tea room. Ooh, nice little tea room here. And you'll get some china plates that's thrown over at you, so you want to be careful of that as well. Now, there's a little bit of a gimmick right here, too. So if you step on this pad, then the gravity will change, and so Luigi will start walking on the ceiling. So, yeah, look at that. Super Mario Galaxy before Super Mario Galaxy. Except, well, I mean, at least, you know, Galaxy does it right, though, because, you know, it definitely does feel a little weird with the whole gravity shift and just walking on the ceiling. But there's another pad in the center, so you actually just get back onto solid ground, too. And more of those guys stuck up, and there we go, just a couple of them to get there. And let's go find that Boo that's around here somewhere. Now, this chest, you see there's some bits of ice here on this ice bucket. That could mean that there's going to be another element for this, so we, oh, okay, yeah, we got Boo Ball in the process, but, let's see, there should be another area for the, let's see, maybe right here, probably? This old China set? Yep, there we go. This is, Mr. Boo Jangles. I kind of forgot where that came from, like, you know, something like Bojangles or something like that, though. Which, actually, that just reminds me, though, so... I actually realized this, you know, there was I don't know about this one restaurant called Bojangles, though. Now, for the longest time, I never even knew of its existence because there was never any where I live in Florida. And so I was actually taking a little trip up to North Carolina with my dad. And so that was where I would see a bunch of the Bojangles restaurant. And so that was actually where I just learned about those because, you know, up until that point, that was like a couple years ago, I never even heard of Bojangles. And so, so, you know, for a while, I actually thought it was some kind of a North Carolina exclusive for those kind of fast food restaurants. And then when I was on my way back, like, you know, I was going past, I think it was Daytona Beach or something like that, I did see a Bojangles restaurant over in that area. So I was so shocked that, you know, there's actually one at least in Florida because, you know, for a long time there was, because I thought there was never any Bojangles restaurants in Florida at all. So that was the reason why I never heard of them, you know, having lived there, but, or here, though, but yeah, I guess maybe that's what I was thinking of. Alright, so we just now got a new element here. This here is the ice element. So with that, we can actually be able to, well, I want to say, you know, freeze stuff, though, but I can actually use it on some water, and so that actually ends up freezing the water, too. Yeah, even a hot bath will get cold pretty quick if you ice it down. So, yeah, it's a, you know, it's a, you know, kind of a pretty powerful kind of thing here. But yeah, this is going to be very useful for us for a little bit later here, or later in this episode we're about to get to. So now the ice element, you can just be able to freeze things up right here. So we'll go and use that for some certain kinds of water to freeze up here. And for one, Portrait Ghost, you know, for some kind of hot bath water or something like that here. So speaking of the bathroom, well, we're just going to go over there real quick, and so we're going to see, you know, just kind of try out the new ice element. So that's actually kind of very much useful in that regard, too. So I think that might be all the elements we have here, unless there's probably one more, though. I don't know. It's been a while. Oh, somebody's in the shower. Oh, yeah. We're seriously going to take a peek here. There's this silhouette of some lady in there. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We're going to go there. Damn. Oh, yeah. It's another, okay. Just not what it seems there, but this here is Miss Petunia. Yeah, we literally just went ahead and just opened the shower curtain and feeling, piping hot shower. So, yeah, didn't mean to hit on her again. So, yeah, we went ahead and just did some preferred antics right here for, you know, just, you know, seeing what's in the shower. You know, some lady taking a shower and just opened up here. But don't worry, folks. I mean, she's actually wearing a bikini in the shower, so yeah, there we go. Alright, so what we have to do for Miss Petunia here is that, with the ice element that we have in store for us, we actually have to, we actually have to use the ice element on the shower itself. And that actually makes it so cold, and so that actually exposes her weak point, like that right there. And then that's where you go ahead and suck her up. And just like that. It's kind of hard to do so in a small bathroom like this, though, but yeah, there we go. And there's actually no boo to catch either, so yeah, some of the boos, like especially the small rooms, they will be caught either, but I gotta say though, at this point, Luigi's just being a douchebag to these Portuguese, because you know, they sound like they're minding their own business though, because you know, for instance, Biff Atlas, I mean, he's just lifting weights, and then Luigi just kind of has to ruin it just by hitting him with the punching bags. And then there's also Miss Petunia, who's just just taking a shower and all that, but and you know, he's just kind of ruined that too. So yeah, at this point, you know, Luigi's kind of just being a douchebag. And same with this granny right here. Hey, it's a funny man. Should I play with him? All right, so this here is Nana. Yeah, we're here in Nana's room. Yeah, see, even this lady right here, she's minding her own business too. You know, because you know she's knitting right now, and so but now we have to just go ruin all that just by taking his balls of yarn. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that's kind of weird noise here too. Ah! So, so what we have to do is that you have to knock over the balls of yarn in that basket, and then, oh my god, a speed ghost! Oh, okay, I catch a ghost. Okay, yeah, somehow that speed ghost actually appeared, and so as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh shit, I gotta get the speed ghost first. But anyway, yeah, that's all I catch here, so. So anyways, what we have to do is that you have to find each of the balls of yarn. There's only 3 of them, and so you have to suck them up to get them plugged up to the nozzle of the poltergeist. And so you just throw the ball of yarn over to Nana, and then that's when she starts to attack. Or she oh yeah, apparently she has laser vision, so she shoots lasers at you. As soon as you suck up the ball of yarn, though, then that's when she actually starts moving around in her rocking chair, because I guess she doesn't like it when you do that, and she'll try to shoot lasers from her eyes too. And then once you do that 3 times, then she'll have her exposed, and so you just suck her up just like that. Yeah, she's, I gotta say though, she really is sounding like a drowning duck at this point, because the way she sounds here. I mean, does that sound like this here, some kind of a drowning duck? And yeah, it's kind of like acting like throwing a squirrel temper tantrum here. Yeah, when she reappears, you can actually just expose her again, and then just suck her up again. All right, so let's see, let's get this right here, and there's another key for us. Nice. I like how giddy Luigi is about when it comes to picking up a key. It's kind of nice to look at. It's kind of a little weird, but kind of adorable too. All right, so let's go ahead and catch this boo, and then we'll go ahead and call it a wrap here. And nope, boo ball again. Maybe inside this sewing machine here too. Oh yep, there we go. This is Stinky Limbooger. Ew. Let me guess, you died just by maybe trying to sort of pick your nose too. That's probably what it is. Although I guess it's impossible. Oh, okay, that was close. For a second, I thought he was going to disappear to the other room, which I guess I would have still caught him. But yeah, but he was still there, so I was able to catch him here. All right, so he's got another bit of information for us here. Hey, since you're cleaning the place up anyway, it wouldn't hurt to help out the plants in the mansion. Oh yeah, he's talking about when we water the plants, which we actually did though. So just to show that off. So some very grateful plants too, just so get some money from there, because again, money does grow on trees. So and yeah, there's really nothing in the spindle there either. So. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a wrap here. So, next time on Let's Play Luigi's Mansion, we're going to go a little further into Area 3 and for more, the usual Portuguese and all that and another boost. So, with that said, I will see you guys next time.